Okay, so I should probably point this out that I already did a review of this game to begin with last year. Well, it's prequel. My Hero Academia, My Hero One's Justice 2, sorry. This is a first impressions mainly because I haven't had much chance to play this game. That being said, I have had a few little reasons why I've got Tsuyu with clothing. Well, Ryuku's wings. So naturally, as you can probably see, the gameplay is actually kind of similar to the way it was last year. Only they have actually improved it. Or at least I think they have. Sorry, I haven't really been prepared for this. The reason I haven't actually played it much is down to I haven't really been well. Thankfully, not coronavirus, but you know, it's not exactly been great. So far, I haven't really played this story mode, so I haven't unlocked the 2 extra characters that you'd unlock by doing so. But I have actually got to try at least a few levels, tried the mission mode, which feels a lot more personal in my opinion. The gameplay seems to have fixed a lot of the issues I had last year with the spamming moves. The roster is improved, but honestly it feels a bit lacking still, considering that this is technically set in Season 4, whereas the last one was set during Season 3. I can't recommend you get this only if you've played, if you've played the first one, then maybe, give it a go, but I wouldn't buy it brand new unless you really enjoyed the last one and felt it needed an improvement. If you're just getting into it and feel like you need to probably play the first one, I can promise you right now you don't. So yeah, I'll show the new characters. I got it brand new on the day one, but I didn't get a Nomu, which is annoying as hell. I didn't get the code to get the Nomu, so, bugger. So far, I should probably point out that the characters that have been confirmed, or at least data mining has said that Mei from Season 2 will turn up, Hawks, Gentle, Kendo, and Tetsu, which, that's cool, and it's implied that that will just be the first one. Well, people are thinking that it's going to be the first one, but, we all know better. We all know that this will probably be the only one they do. Which is a shame, really. So that was Sue from the last game. Honestly, she works about exactly the same as she did last year. So she hasn't really improved, but then there are characters like Nejire. This is my first time playing as her, so we're going to see how she works. The customization seems to be a lot better as well, which I can totally work with at this point. Ooh. The plus ultra bars don't seem to charge up as much in this one, sadly, so I might not be able to show you some level 2s and level 3s. I mean, see how easy, he got taken out with just that. I mean, I am disappointed that certain characters, considering the story, didn't make it in. Yeah, that's really a shame for me, but I can see how they'd struggle to put someone like, say, Ryukyu in here. Mainly due to the fact that, again, it's Ryukyu, so, you know, her dragon form might be difficult, but if we're only getting the one DLC pack and we don't get Mirako, I honestly think that it's a big waste. Yeah. The AI still seems a bit dumb. Okay, what's her plus ultra to? Let's see. Sidekick attacks. Spiraling Surge, R1 circle. Well, this will be fun. So yeah, this is her plus ultra. Or at least one of them. These are like your super moves. There are team ones, and even ones. One thing I have seen is that they have had characters that do. They have characters that flat out have these special moves, where you need the 3 to get just to do the 1. Well, if you have a very specific team. I mean, that's cool and everything, but again, the roster's good. It's basically Midoriya, the DLC of Midoriya from last year, Bakugo, Uraraka, Ida, All Might, Gran Torino. You've got normal Izuku Midoriya as well. Then you've got Kirishima, Momo, Jiro. Like you've got those characters from last year, but you've also got Twice, Mr. Compress, you've got Kami. Seiji is one person I've seen a lot of people have negative reactions to. We could have had Hawks, or we could have had anyone interesting, but no, we have Meatball Guy. Gang Orca, we got Fat Gum and Sir Night-Eye, but no Ryuko. We've got Endemba, Aizawa, that's Full Cowl Midoriya. And of course we've got Kendo Rapper, which is odd within itself. Stain, yeah, they literally justified these 3, all for one, Stain and Muscular, as legacy characters. I don't understand why, and that was a Nomu. Honestly, yeah, I didn't really care for, you know, this particular one. Well, this particular team up of characters. To be honest, there's not that many villains, but a lot of that is down to the characters themselves. But the general question is this worth? Is this worth it? Is this an improvement over the first one? I'd say it's a massive improvement, but probably not worth the $60. If you're not a fan of My Hero Academia anyway, you're not going to have a good time with this to begin with. Mainly because, again, this game relies solely on you knowing full well who most of the characters are. Otherwise, again, you're just going to be stuck with a story mode that ultimately you won't understand. But to be fair, the last game insisted that you knew full well what was going on just to understand, you know, what was going on. Because, you know, it started you literally in the middle of Season 2, so you know, not really fair, to be honest. Ooh. So yeah, so far, sorry, I'm not really doing a good job of this, but it's because I'm focusing so much on doing the combos and figuring out what's going on exactly. I mean, characters like Mina make me... I'm glad characters like Mina got in. Okay, this one's going to be interesting. I mean, it sucks that most characters don't get... Characters like Uraraka don't, like... You'll see that characters like Midoriya and others get their team intros, yet it ignores the fact that, again, Uraraka and Tsuyu are actually in a team together. So, you know, you'd expect them to get a team plus Ultra. And sadly, they don't. In fact, they don't get an intro. You know, I will say one of the things I was really hoping in the last one was that the Pussycats would be playable. This is one of the intros that you get if you have a certain team. So Team Night Eye and Team Fat Gum get one, Team Ryukyu doesn't, but you can get her parts as you've seen in the creation. Midoriya's improved for this one. Or at least I feel he is. That's his level 1 plus Ultra, which is pretty damn good. Perfect plus Ultra, that's kind of cool. Yeah, that's another thing. That's an annoying thing for me, is just how the Plus Ultra just do not. The AI is just still as dumb as ever for versus matches like this, so that's always a pain in the ass. Another perfect KO. It's disappointing. But yeah, the lack of villains, the amount of doubles of characters in this, I mean, it works for games like Dragon Ball, I guess, but the problem is that Dragon Ball has a big fucking cast. I'm sorry I swore there, but it has a big cast. And these games generally don't have that. When it comes to their games you get a few characters turn up, but again, you get a few of these characters, but ultimately you've got way too many good guys and not enough real villains to go against, I guess, is my argument. And they have done a good job adding some villains, but there are so many other characters at this point, and there's thoughts that we may not get a One's Justice 3, so, you know, that will suck. Good to see the status effects are still there. Ooh. See, now moves like that make me think, you know what? Why isn't Mount Lady playable? So yeah, it does look a lot very monotonous. So if you're a fighting game fan, this game probably won't satisfy a lot of your itches. If you're a My Hero Academia fan, you'll like it, but you'll feel like it's not got enough. Oh, glitch. Yeah, there's not enough characters to, justify a roster. Or a second one at least. I mean, there's more characters, as I've said, but again, this is going at a time when My Hero Academia you'd expect it to use the whole hasn't got enough characters thing because it's so young, but I'd have to disagree. My Hero Academia has, around 200 and too many, and that's including, that's including things like vigilantes. Oh. Games like series like Vigilantes, you've got a load of minor villains and loads of characters. I mean, not all of Class 1A is in this game. There's no Class 1B at all, which you'd think 1B would have a lot of characters, but again, they won't turn up till the next major arc, which sucks that it's gonna take so long. But at the same time, I mean, again, looking at this roster, it's not that much bigger. I mean, not counting Cammy, Seiji, Gang Orca, Fat Gum, Tamaki, Nejire, Miruko, Night Eye, Overhaul, Kendo Parappa, Twice, and Mr. Compress. That's only a little bit of an improvement. I mean, most of this is Class 1A, but that's like... Class 1A is usually 20 characters, so the question remains as to why it's taken this long. Why it's taken this long for this game to come out and not have enough. It's taken enough time for them to bring Mineta into it. Haven't really fought any villains. I mean, the story mode, there's no English dub, so if you don't like that, it's not going to be good for you. But again, not enough characters to justify an anime game. But the characters do at least feel different whenever you play as them. Damn. Watching Cammy play makes me just still think that, this game could do with a bit more, could actually do with some of the characters who you worry if their quirks even be useful, like the Pussycats. They could have worked like Cammy now that I notice it. I mean, it's not like, again, Cammy's, like the Pussycats, admittedly, looking at someone like, say, Ragdoll, her quirk is literally that she can tell what someone's weakness is. So I can see how some people might not equate that to, well, worth a damn. Okay, so how do I do it? Let's see. R1 triangle circle. Oh! Okay, that was an epileptic fit of epic proportions. Yeah, I admit this hasn't been great, but this is my first impressions of playing the game after a few days of owning it and not having the chance to play it. But yeah, my only disappointment is there's not enough characters. Ooh. Okay. I mean, I do like the cute bits of this. I mean, you know, story, mission, free battle, you know, arcade, training, customize, and gallery. Let's say go to the shop. And this woman's going to be a playable character, by the way, May. I still think that Rumi should, you know, we should have more than one, but, you know, that's just me. But yeah, every character gets their UA uniform, their normal uniform, and a culture festival outfit, so this is Midoriya's thing. I don't know if the males only get specific ones, but belts, the Pussycat. I mean, you get things like the Pussycat tails, like Mandalay's cat tail, Pixie Bob's ragtail dolls, and tigers, but you also get some others. Oh, there's Ryukyu's dragon wings, but you also get things. Let's see, Rock Lee's Rock Lock stuff. There's another character who could have made it. Then you've got stuff like Ryukyu's tail, which is interesting within itself. All the different knee pads, which, again, some of them are referenced to other characters. Uraraka's gravity goggles. Buffalo skull. Ryukyu's head accessory. Nejire stuff. I mean, hey, even Midnight's mask. Midnight's a character that I suppose could work as well. Then there's Kota's hat. Mr. Compress's hat. So there's a lot of customization, even the Pussycat's helmets. That's actually pretty cool. Tsuyu's Night Eye's glasses, Tenya Ida glasses, Stain stuff. So yeah, you can pretty much put everybody's clothing on in some way, I guess. Endeavor's mustache. All the mouth parts. So yeah, all these are interchangeable between characters from the looks of it. So, oh, and of course the colours. Appearance, wind, mottos, effects. So yeah, everyone's available to customize So, in my honest opinion, I'd say pick up this game if you really like My Hero Academia. If you don't, this probably will still be the best place to start if you want to get into it, because it's drastically improved over the original. The story ultimately doesn't matter because the first one skips you right ahead. As for characters in the DLC, I think Kendo and Tetsu will work because Kirishima works, and hand-to-hand characters really are needed in this game. I'm not sure about Mei, Gentle. Hawks was obvious, but I think it's ridiculous to have Hawks if you don't have Mirako. So if they do a second pack, Mirako and Ryuko would be nice to have in the game. Maybe a few of the other villains. And there, maybe some from the villain arc that's just coming up in the anime. Hell, if they wanted to do the Tekken thing and just throw in random legacy characters, maybe even throw in the Pussycats, maybe throw in a few random villains here and there from the USJ arc, maybe throw in some more Class 1B. I mean, I think they could make, considering how everyone's quirk works in this game and how they've made it work, I think they could get away with making something like, I don't know, maybe having Ibara's quirk could work in this game, since the mobile game seems to have her in anyway. So I'm hoping that the current one, I'm hoping that the DLC pack we get, as good as it is, isn't the only one we get. I am hoping that they pull a Tekken 7 and just give us like 2 or 3 more DLC packs with a few more characters. Because the game does feel, again, even with all these characters, considerably lacking in certain departments. There's not really enough villains to fight. And to be honest, I don't think anyone was asking for Muscular or Seiji to be playable. But if you were, then congrats. But have some 1B guys in there. I mean, even Monama, I will take Monama as much as I dislike the character, to have him in the game. Bring in some more of the pro hero teachers, maybe. Don't make too many variants of Nomu. I really think that, unless you want to really add the high-end Nomus from the manga. But yeah, One's Justice 2, from what I've just played of it, is a massive improvement over the first one in terms of its gameplay. Its story mode is pretty much the same as last time. It seems to be just a retelling of the current arc that's just happened, only sans Ryuko. Boo on that. I never seem to get lucky when they release these games, and my favourite characters are always removed. First it was the Pussycats, now it's Ryuko and Mirako. But I think Mirako could work for this game, considering that, again, she's pretty much a hand-to-hand character. So, yeah. I know this video wasn't great. I know this, went on. And it was mainly just watching me play it, but again, it's a first impression, it's not a review, I guess. So, yeah, we'll see if there's only one DLC. If there is only one DLC, then boo on them. Because this one seems like, if they're going to release another one next year, they'd better add... Mirako had better make the next one. Mainly because I just feel it's wasted to not have her in this game, but I understand that the reason they wouldn't put her in this now is because she hasn't appeared in the anime yet, and her voice actress probably is just being fixed, considering we're 2 episodes away from her actual debut. So yeah, that's my first impressions of My Hero Academia's My Hero One's Justice. It's not great, compared to other anime games. It's good, it's functional, it's an improvement over the last one, and it is actually fun. The characters do feel so different, although I'm starting to feel like maybe one of them is a bit more broken than the others. Well, thank you if you watched this, and goodbye.